the blessing unto them. Today, inshallah, the second category is غير المغضوب عليه. In every salah, we ask Allah this dua. Make us among those whom they received your bounties and you bestowed your favor among them, and not to those who you are angry with or they are misguided. So the first category is الذين أنعمت عليهم. And the best ni'mah in this life is Islam. Because this is the first question in your graveyard. You will be asked about your religion. And then you will go to paradise based on that. غير المغضوب عليهم, and not among those whom you are angry with. Allah is angry with people who refused His message and who wants to live on their own without His guidance. And if you read the Holy Quran, you will find a description about those who are considered al-maghdubi alayhim. And unfortunately, some Muslims nowadays, they are under this category because they don't study these characteristics and they don't avoid this characteristic. So, for example, if you read starting from Surat Al-Baqarah, you will find the stories of the children of Israel who disbelieve in Allah and they refused to follow His path. Even when they wanted a day to celebrate every week, they were given Saturday. And they were not supposed to do anything on Saturday. So what they did is they played a trick. So they spread their net to catch fish. So they go for fishing the night of Saturday. And then they collected that net on Sunday. Why they did that? Because they found out that fish is coming a lot every Saturday. And there is no fish on Sunday or Friday. So they did that in disobedience to Allah. They disobeyed Allah. So throughout the history, you will find these people are causing troubles. They are cursed by Allah. They used to kill prophets and messengers a lot. And that's what how Allah said and explained in the Holy Quran. يقتلون أنبياءهم Even for their messenger, they give them hard time. Moses alayhi salam, and that was in front of them. Allah sent Prophet Moses to save them from the slavery and the humiliation under Pharaoh's regime. And they were victorious. And Allah supported them with the physical miracles, something they can see by their eyes. They saw everything. They witnessed that. How Allah punished Pharaohs and their followers, and how Allah supported them with physical miracles. And the magician prostrated before Allah between the hand of Moses. فألقي السحرة ساجدين قالوا آمنا برب العالمين رب موسى وهارون. Say, they prostrated and said, we believe in Allah and we worship Allah only. And when the Pharaoh said, how come you worship somebody? That's what he said. He talked about Allah in a bad way. You need to get my permission before to worship anyone. So they refused. And they said, if you are going to torture us in this life, there is nothing will be done. There is no torture in the hereafter. إنا آمنا بربنا ليغفر لنا خطايانا وما أكرهتنا عليه من السحر والله خير وأبقى. Allah, the everlasting, will remain for us and will be the sustainer of the whole universe. So they saw that. They saw all these physical miracles. And when the Red Sea was in front of them and the military was behind them, the Pharaoh's military, Allah commanded him to hit the Red Sea with his stick. And it was split into 12 roads. Each one was enough for one tribe. And the water came frozen, became frozen, building streets inside the sea. And the wind came to dry the street. And they walked inside. And after they reached to the bank of the sea, Pharaohs thought, no, this was something natural. So he went after them, and he was drowned with his military. They saw that with their eyes. And after they went to Sinai, they asked Allah to bring them something like a god to worship. And Moses had a meeting with his Lord, and he went to meet with Allah. And when he came back, he found them making a statue, a calf. And they worshipped it. They worshipped the calf and bow and prostrate before the calf. So he was very angry at them because of that. And he said, you will stay here for 40 years. And after that, we will find out. So the plan hasn't changed. يتيهون في الأرض, to be in exile. And to get lost. So sometimes some Muslims, they see the evidence 1, 2, 3, 4 and more. So when Allah bring you the evidence and bring you the proof from Him more than one time, you should understand that's enough for you. But if you continue and you insist to disobey Allah, as if you haven't seen anything, and you don't want to listen, what happened to you is you will be in great danger. So the Holy Quran has many stories about them. And they don't keep their oath. They don't keep their word. If you treat them nicely, later on you will be mistreated. And we live something nowadays. They went for an exile and no country accepted them except Muslim Empire. The only country that saved them and they found a refugee with them were Arabs. But after they get a piece of land and they found out now we are strong, so we can destroy Arabs. How come? Arabs are the one who supported you in the beginning and who saved you. They forget that. So when you deal with them nicely, they treat you bad when they became in power. So think about that. Look around you, your friends, your relatives, and find out, is there anybody who acts the same way? And be among al-maghdubi alayhim? Or do you carry this behavior and you try to destroy people and you spread hatred, even though you received a good treatment from them. So all of these stories in the Holy Quran didn't say these people carry this behavior according to their their ethnic background or their race, but it can be applied to any nation, any race, if they follow their footsteps. And this is one of the major issues that I want to bring up. Muslims should believe that behavior has nothing to do with race. You might have the same behavior based on your education, your lifestyle, and your belief. So try to avoid any characteristics of those who are misguided or those who are cursed by Allah. So we say, Surat Al-Ladin an'amta alayhim, guide us to the path of those who are an'amta alayhim, among an'amta alayhim, غير المغضوب عليهم, and not those whom you are angry with, ولا الضالين, or misguided. So the second category is the major category, because many people can act in such way. So don't let anybody to trick you by his prayer, his fasting, his reading of the Holy Quran, because this can be a trick. You judge people by their behavior, by the way they live, not the way they talk. People can speak nicely, and hypocrites in the meantime. So you will find the reason for this is to gain as much as they can during their lifetime. So these people, they care a lot about dunya, even though they don't wish to die. They want to live forever without death. And that's what Allah said about them in the Holy Quran. وَلِتَجِدَنَّهُمْ أَحْرَصَ النَّاسِ عَلَى حَيَاةٍ وَلِتَجِدَنَّهُمْ أَحْرَصَ النَّاسِ عَلَى حَيَاةٍ. SubhanAllah, we live to the day that we see this by our eyes. And you can see some Muslims, they follow them and they try to be nice with them. and they consider them as a guardian. They seek protection from them. And they seek support from them. And they never do that with the believers. So they turn against you, and you are a Muslim, and they get along with those people whom Allah is angry with because of the dunya, because they care about their lifetime. And they play tricks, thinking that Allah is not watching upon them. Allah is watching upon everybody. Allah watch you 24/7. Someone may ask me, so what do you say about the victory? They are not victorious. Like the righteous group of Muslims who are against them, they are not victorious nowadays. The answer is from the Holy Quran. Allah said, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. الآخرة خير لك من الأولى. So you judge the results by the end results. We are not talking about today. Why don't you think about tomorrow and the day after? So victory will come soon, inshallah. But Allah wants to choose people whom He loves. وَلِيَتَّخِذَ مِنْكُمْ شُهَدَاءَ. Don't you think that the majority of righteous Muslims, they ask Allah to be among the martyrs and to be resurrected among them? You will say, yes, and I want to be among the martyrs. So this is a chance for them. This life is nothing compared to the hereafter. How long will you live in this life? 60, 70, 80 years old? Do you think this is the life that you are dreaming of? And in the hereafter, Allah will bring the person who lived in a luxury and rinse them in the hellfire. One rinse. And then he will be asked, have you ever seen any good day in your life? He will answer, no, I haven't seen any good days in my life. Allah will bring a person who lived in a misery, humiliated and tortured during his lifetime. and rinsed him one rinse in paradise. After that, he will be asked, have you ever seen any torture in your life? Any misery? He will say, no, I haven't seen any misery in my life. So that's one rinse. So believe in Allah and believe in His book. Try to read more about paradise and read more about the hereafter and read about those who are tortured in the hellfire. Now you see the difference. Don't be deceived by the way people act, showing off that they live in luxury and they are very happy. And inside them, they still have this misery inside them. They live in a torture. They will let you know that if you speak with them and tell you the truth. On the other way, people may show off that they live in misery and they have been humiliated. They may have the true happiness inside their heart. You don't know that unless if you speak with them frankly and they tell you the truth. That's how you judge this life. This life is very short, no matter how long you feel, but it is very short. And we must work for the hereafter. So we ask Allah for forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our action and from the evils of ourselves. I'm saying these things and I ask Allah for forgiveness. وجزاكم الله خيرا.